Bonjour and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me for your monthly tarot reading. This is going to be a reading for the people born under the Empress card, the Hangman card and the World card. So if you don't know what your Tower Above card is, there will be a link in the description box below for you to find out and then obviously watch the appropriate reading. Today I'm going to be using the Really Badly Drawn Tarot by Friend 1. I've reviewed this really fun deck and there will be a link in the description box below as well if you'd like to check it out and maybe even get it for yourself. So I hope those first couple of days have served you well and that you've had a good one so far. And if you would like to connect to the energy of my deck, now's the time to take a couple of deep breaths as I shuffle it. So what is the main energy for my Aquarians born under the Empress, the Hangman and the World cards for the month of May, please? So we have the energy of the Hermit. Now I'll go through all the cards when they're all out. How are they advised to show up to maximize this energy? You're advised to embody the energy of the Queen of Wands. So what do my Aquarians need to hear for their highest good, please? Can you show me clearly? So we have the Three of Cups, the Four of Swords, and the Two of Wands. Five of Swords, Ten of Swords, Four of Wands. Bottom of the deck, which is the energy at work, which you may or may not be aware of, we have the Ten of Cups. Wow, that's a beautiful energy. Okay, so let's talk about this Hermit card first. This month you have a call to go within and find something out. Now obviously you are all here for different reasons. You know, you can be here for business reasons, career reasons, romantic questions you have on your romantic relationship, whatever the case may be, so take what resonates. But the Hermit is a card of going within. This is a card of taking the time out to reflect upon what has happened or a current situation. This is how you will get the answers. This is the card that says the answers are within yourself, and you need maybe even to do some shadow work for some of you if there are some things that, you know, you've locked away somewhere. There's maybe trapped feelings, anything like that. You need to have a look at that. Sometimes also we know that we are in a situation that's not so good for us, and we kind of go on because we have to, you know, for living, for instance. You know, you may be in a job that you don't like and you continue because you have to pay your bills, although you know it's not your call, if you see what I'm saying. For romantic reasons, you may have been hurt and you may have heard of a betrayal and you know, kind of turned a blind eye because it's too hard to face, and no judgment there, you know, we've all been there, done that. You may feel trapped, you know, like you can't leave that relationship because for whatever reason, you know. As I said, take what resonates, but the Hermit is a call to really go within, to find out the answers, to face the truth, to face the facts, to face what you really want and what you need in your life. And all of this is being driven by this desire of the happy ever after, because here we have the beautiful energy of the Ten of Cups. Now 10 represents the end of a cycle, the completion, the culmination of a suit. Cups is to do with water, so this is the emotional realm. This is often referred to as the happy ever after card. This is having it all, you know, being happy, feeling grateful, being aware of what you have, and that general sense of peace that you get when everything falls into place and you are emotionally fulfilled, which is what this Ten of Cups is, you know, it's the rainbow of happiness. The advice you have from your spirit team is to embrace the energy of the Queen of Wands. Now, no genders attached, this is just the qualities of this card. So the Queens represents patience and understanding. They are the yin element of the suit, as opposed to the Kings, who are yang. They are action takers. The Queens, they're more receptive. And Wands is fire energy. This represents your true desires, your passions, and your willpower. Now, the Queen of Wands is someone who is very attractive. You know, when they come into a room, you recognize them, you know they're there. And they have this way about them that they attract good things towards them. They've got that inner glow, that inner confidence, that they can attract what they need, and things happen because of that high vibration. And they're also true to themselves. They know what they want. They are dynamic. They're not somebody who are going to turn a blind eye on what their needs are, because they're very passionate. So you are advised to embody these qualities, to know what you want, and confidently know that you're going to attract what you want. But it is about facing up to something, is what I'm seeing, which is what the Queen of Wands would do. Because I can see in the near past or currently happening, there's been some kind of foul play, to put it this way. The Three of Cups talks about socializing, good times with friends, partying. It's, you know, it's a very happy time, but it is supported by this Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords is this, it's a disruptive energy in the mental body. In other words, this is somebody, there's two sides to this card. You have the winner and you have the losers. So in the message I'm getting, we have someone here who was only looking out for themselves. And, you know, you're the person who's hurt, basically. There could be, I don't like talking about things like that, but I will mention it. It could be a third party situation if you're here for romance. If you're here for business, this is someone who just looked after themselves. They may even have thrown you under the bus for whatever reason. But this is someone you thought was nice, you know, was a friend, someone you had good time with. That's the message I'm getting here. So, you know, there are levels to betrayals, obviously. As I said, it could be being thrown under the bus for something trivial, or it could be someone just really manipulating and who has done you wrong in any kind of circumstances, whether we're talking romance or work. And so this is going to be obviously requiring some time to heal, to reflect. So you've got two reflections, meditation cards here with the Hermit and the Four of Swords, because we are still in the mental body. We're talking about thoughts, truths, communication with the Swords energy, which you have three of. You also have three fire energy with Wands. So the Four of Swords talks about taking the time out to reflect, to analyze what has happened, to process it. You know, when you go through a time like this, something happens and you realize that someone didn't have your best interest at heart, it's not easy and you need time to accept it and process it. So the Four of Swords talks about a period of healing, of stepping aside and thinking things through, which is why you have the energy of the Hermit. And this will lead to a release. It's really good to see that you go from the Four of Swords to the Ten of Swords. Progression in tarot is always a good sign, and it's a big jump as well, so it's going to arrive quite fast if you go into this Hermit mode energy, which is why it's there, which is why it showed up. Because the Ten of Swords to me is the ultimate release card. This is looking at a situation or a relationship or something that happened, and accepting it for what it is. And it may be very uncomfortable because, as I often say, you know, the swords are blunt instruments. They are designed to pierce and cut. So when the Ten of Swords appears, this is saying, okay, I'm facing up to the facts, this is painful, but I accept it and I release it. And when you do, you get that incredible sense of relief, like the weight has been lifted off of your shoulders. And this is why you see always, you know, the sun rising in the background of the card, because from that point onwards, you have reclaimed your power, if you like. And that means you can then make decisions and move forward. And this release brings you to a point where you have a crossroad in your life with the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands represents an intersection. It represents having to make a choice and looking at the world and seeing that the world's your oyster. Now that you've released yourself from this heavy burden that was weighing you down, you freed yourself up. And this gives you an incredible amount of opportunities for the future. And it is about choosing the path that's going to bring you the most excitement, the most emotional fulfillment, the one that you're going to feel the most drawn to, basically, because nothing can stop you when you're at the Two of Wands energy. This is wide open, which is why you are advised to embody the energy of the Queen of Wands, who has this inner confidence and who knows what they want, and they know that they're going to attract the best things for them. Because then underneath the Two of Wands, you've got the beautiful energy of the Four of Wands. And again, it's beautiful to see progress from 2 to 4. The Four of Wands is having reached a landmark, something to celebrate. So freeing yourself from this burden is going to be something to celebrate. It's going to bring a lot of positive things for you. The 4 represents a strong foundation, stability, generally speaking. So getting rid of the baggage is going to bring about this for you. So the celebration may be because you are empowered and you are now being able to choose something that ultimately will bring you your rainbow of happiness. Or it's a special message for someone out there. If there's been foul play and a third-party situation, you may decide to put it behind you and forgive, and that may well lead you to a deeper commitment with this person, as the Four of Wands could represent a deeper commitment. But that's a message for someone out there, and you know, if it doesn't resonate, just, you know, drop it, basically. So I'm going to grab a final card to close out your reading. So can we have a final message for my Aquarians, please? So things are going to be looking up towards the last week of May, basically. Okay, you wanted to come out. So yes, so your final message is the Seven of Wands. And again, progression, 2, 4, 7. The Seven of Wands is a card of persistence. It's saying to you, don't give up. You have the highest ground. The worst thing you could do right now, actually, is give up and, you know, roll into a ball and just let the pain or the worry, whatever happens, or the disappointment affect you. This is really a card of standing your ground, stand for what you believe in. You may be defending a decision that you make at this crossroad, if it is to forgive someone, for instance, and commit. You may decide to do something that's completely out of character for you, which is a big celebration and, you know, as a personal celebration. And you may have to defend that decision because, you know, people have their own opinions, and opinions are like belly buttons. Everyone's got one. So this is a kind of saying, persist, go on the path that you're going to choose, because that's the right thing to do for you. So I hope you've enjoyed your journey through the cards with me. If you did, do let me know in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you. As always, I thank you for your time. It's your most precious commodity. I'm truly humbled you chose to spend it with me. I wish you a truly transformative month, and I will see you again very soon. Until next time, au revoir.